Hey everybody, and welcome back to Mel's Board Game Room. So today I have a guest, which is unusual for me. It's always just me. But I have Troy today from Tabletop YYC. And Troy, you're joining me because Tabletop YYC is sponsoring a pretty big event that's coming in Calgary. We're doing the Calgary Tabletop Day, November 17 to the 19 at the BMO Centre. Tell us a bit about that.
So it's an all-weekend event, family-friendly. We're going to have lots of cool events for kids and adults, and we're still working on the itinerary, but there's lots of stuff we can tell you about. So we'll have a Pokemon tournament, or Lorcana, Canada's first 1K event for Lorcana. Will be announced probably this week. It's going to be pretty cool. Yeah, that should be a pretty good draw. But we'll also have lots of learn-to-plays for Lorcana, and we were kind of mimicking Dice Tower West, if anybody's familiar with Dice Tower West. So we'll have a hot games area with all the latest games from this year, all set up, ready to go, and teachers ready to play. We have a separate room for the game library, so we've got about 1,200 games in that library, which you can check out on BGG. Yeah, and they'll have volunteers work in the library there, so you can check out games. But what's really cool is the event manager. So we're using the same event manager as Dice Tower West, which is cardboardevents.com, and you can go in there and submit your own hosted gameplay. So if you've got a game like Twilight Imperium that you find difficult to get to the table, you can just, with your badge, go in there and book a table. Any table is just, you set up the game in the event manager, and then people can scroll through and it'll show up in the schedule. So people can take a seat at your table, you can reserve seats for your friends, and then have 5 open seats. You can chat with the group that wants to play with the game. If you have new people, if you want to move tables, you can chat and people get notifications from their phone. All of the play to wins will be in there. The tournaments will be in there. You can buy stuff in the event manager. It's really slick.
That is so cool. I love the one where you be like, okay, I really want to play this game. Let me host it, and then have people sign up. I didn't realize that was a thing. Yeah, I haven't done enough game conventions. That's what it shows. That sounds amazing. Now, you've been teasing me for a long time now, because you texted me saying, hey, we have guest celebrities coming to the event, and I want to do a reveal video, which is what we're doing today.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, okay, great. Tell me who it is. And you wouldn't.
I wouldn't, no.
And I'll let him tell
himself.
Yeah, I was like, all week, I was like, oh my God. Well, more than a week, you've been, driving me crazy. So I'm super excited for today's video to finally see who these.
Do you have any guesses with the silhouettes that I posted on Facebook?
Well, you know what? Somebody had commented. No, I'm not going to say. Somebody commented that this is who they thought it was when I shared your post. So fingers crossed, because that would be cool.
Okay. Okay. So cool. Let's see if it's a big letdown or a big surprise. Here, I'll share the introduction here. You can see it? Okay, here we go.
This is cool. I didn't realize we were doing, there was going to be an introduction video. I'm really excited. I'm really excited to see this. Oh my God, that's what the person guessed. I was hoping it'd be him.
Hey folks, this is Sam Healey from the Flip Side of Board Games on YouTube, and I just wanted to give a general invite to everybody to come on out November 17th through the 19th to the Calgary Tabletop Day at the BMO Centre in Calgary. I'm going to be there with my buddy JT. You'll see him on the channel a lot. And we're going to be participating in events, playing games with people, generally just hanging out and having some fun over that weekend. So come on out. Calgary Tabletop Day, November 17th through 19th at the BMO Centre in Calgary. We'll see you there on the flip side.
There you go.
Sam Healey. Oh my God. You know what? Yep. He was the first person that did a video about Memoir 44, which is one of my top 5 games of all time. So I was like, and not a lot of people kind of really took the time to talk about Memoir 44, but Sam Healey did often.
Cool.
I'm a big fan of him forever, so I'm super excited. I can't believe he's coming to Calgary. Is this his first Canadian event?
It might be, yeah. He might have gone to Toronto with Tom Vassell a long time ago, but yeah, I'll have to ask him. Actually, I did ask him if he has a passport. Make sure he has a passport to come. But I have another surprise for you, Mel.
The border.
I have another surprise.
Okay.
He has agreed. Him and JT have agreed that you can interview him and JT at the event.
I am so taking a selfie and getting like autograph, and maybe he can autograph my Memoir 44.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm excited. I'm excited. Oh my god, I'm excited.
Cool.
Okay, I'm gonna tell my son because he's like Memoir 44, and then he wants nothing to do with board games, but Memoir 44 is he's into, and we would sit and watch Sam Healey talk about those like Memoir 44 videos all the time. Oh my god, I'm excited. That's gonna
cool.
be great. Wow.
Yeah, he's a really
I'm
great guy.
excited.
Really nice to talk to. He's excited to come, and he wants to. His family may come, may not. We'll see. He's pretty stoked. So he lives in Washington right now, and
Right,
him and
because
JT are
he
gonna
used
come
to be
up
in Florida and then moved, so that's why he was like no longer with a dice tower. But
yeah.
oh, that's gonna be cool.
So Sam is going
I'm gonna be giddy. I'm not gonna sleep tonight.
Sam and JT are going to be celebrity guest judges for Lorcana for the 1K. And we're going to have him, he's offered to do some live streaming learn to plays, because that's what he does on the Flip Side of Board Games, his channel. And he's just going to play games with people too. He's just going to hang out and play games with people and visit and just hang around. We are talking about doing a panel as well. He could do a panel, like an MC a panel, so we're talking to some publishers about that. And and top 10 list.
Nice.
Yes, and you get to be there.
Nice.
Yes.
Oh my god, I'm excited now. I'm so excited. Sam
So we'll have to
Healey,
brainstorm
Calgary.
ideas for top 10 lists. Because, he'll do one with us.
Yes.
On
That's
as an
great.
event.
Yeah. That's so exciting.
Okay, good. I'm glad. I'm
very excited. Way to go.
I'm glad it's not allowed. People are excited. So
I was,
that's cool.
when you said that and you're not telling me, I was like, oh my god, I hope I know who they are.
Yeah, me
Sam
too.
Healey's a no-brainer. Who doesn't know Sam Healey? Be like, I don't know who that is. Well, no, wow. Jeez, that is impressive. I am so excited for this.
So we've also got some partnership hotels too for people who want to come out of town. We got Hotel Arts and the Hilton downtown. Some really good pricing from them for the weekend. So that'll be posted on for all of the event updates. Just follow us on Facebook. That's probably the first place it'll get announced, and then then the webpage will get.
So that's Facebook, and it's under Tabletop YYC, right?
It'll be posted there, but first it'll be Calgary Tabletop Day, that Facebook page. So
right. Okay. So you have a whole Facebook just for Calgary Tabletop Day. Perfect.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Jeez. People, come and meet Sam Healey. Oh,
well, we got Santa Claus coming
sad.
too. The one and only Santa Claus.
Wow.
So that's pretty special.
I'm a little bit more excited about Sam Healey. I don't know.
Yeah. Sure.
Santa Claus.
So Santa's coming on the Sunday for photos with families and stuff, and but also Santa and the Grinch are coming on the Saturday, and we're going to do a Dice Throne head-to-head matchup with Dice Throne Santa versus Krampus, and Santa's going to play the Grinch.
Oh my god, that's hilarious!
In a best of 3 matchup.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, we're gonna film it, and it's gonna be hilarious. But we've also got, so we're working on...
That is hilarious.
Because it's Disney Lorcana, we've got Mickey, Minnie, Pluto, and Donald Duck are coming to face off in a strike tournament. An oversized game of strike. So I've got those big foam dice, and we're going to have a
really? Like you have an
scale,
oversized...
a built scale.
God.
Yes. And they're going to be chucking these dice in there with kids laughing and watching. Yeah, this will be fun. Yeah, and Sam's actually agreed to do color commentary on that.
Strike is such a fun, silly game.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, oh my god, that's hilarious. Disney characters playing Strike.
Yeah. But also a big vendor market, too. We've already got about half of our vendor spots filled. So we're going to have a massive Christmas vendor market, and it's going to be open to the public. So the public will have access to the vendor market.
Christmas. I'm like, okay, Christmas, but this is November. This is a time to do your Christmas shopping.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Outset
I'm
Media's
coming
coming
prepared.
with lots of deals on puzzles and board games. We're going to be bringing a lot of stock from our store with special pricing, and ILO is coming, Publisher's coming. Who else is coming? We'll have all the logos on the website. I still have to load a bunch on there, but there are some already that are loaded. Yeah.
Wow. You know, that's shaping up to be such a big event. Now you've shared the layout. It's going to be huge. Like
Yes.
there's tons of table, tons of space for playing. Wow, this is
Yeah.
this is
We've
getting
got about
so exciting.
23,000 square feet, something like that, and 60 tables? I think it's about 90 tables in the main area, and then that floor plan is just proposed right now. We'll probably carve out a vendor hall, and then there'll be areas around the foyer in the lobby with table play, D&D. We're gonna have D&D Learn to Play, a certain section for that. RPGs. We'll have Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, obviously Disney Lorcana. We've got somebody's coming to do some live game shows, which is really cool. We've got a breakout room for that. So a lot of cool events. We're trying to add more and more events. So if anybody out there has a niche little special interest, contact us at info@tabletopyyc.com, and we'll make room for you. We'll host it. We'll put you in the schedule if you want to do something special. Blood on the Clock Tower, if you want to run that all weekend, we can carve out a space for you. Even Ultimate Werewolf, or others. Yeah. You're grinning from ear to ear.
Yeah, because there's.
Did you buy your
No,
tickets
I'm
yet?
excited. Well, I mean, like, okay, you already had me at board games. I was already in at board games, but now you keep buttering it up. It's like, oh, it was like already up here. Now it's like, oh, up here. So,
Well, actually, I got another surprise for you now.
excited.
You won the
Okay.
contest. You won 4 badges already. Remember the Facebook share post contest
What?
back in May? Yeah, you won. So you
Great.
won 4
Oh
weekend
my god, I
badges.
never
dude.
knew.
Yes. Saved it as a surprise.
Oh wow! Oh wow! Okay, so
Yep.
who do I love most? Oh my
Yeah,
god, that's
exactly.
amazing! Oh wow! Wow! I won!
You did. You won. Congratulations.
That's so exciting. Yeah, well, thank you.
Yeah, man.
Wow, that's amazing. Okay, because I'm there. So perfect. Now, siblings, friends,
Yep. Family,
start
yeah.
giving me favors, and then we'll see. No kidding.
So some of the common questions that people will want to know is, can they book tables or book games from the library, or do they have to bring their own when they submit an event? And as far as I understand, you can
Right.
reserve games from the library and be on the waiting list as well. It's got a waiting list function in there, so if it's already taken out, you can sit on the waiting list and get notified when it gets checked back into the library. Yeah, but to be safe, if you
perfect.
really want to make sure you get it at a certain time, then maybe bring your own. But we'll try our best to make sure that
Right.
you can use the games from the library for any hosted events. Yeah.
Perfect. Great.
Mhm.
Oh, okay, yeah, for the hosted. Perfect. Oh, wow. That's exciting. I'm really excited about that. Schedule your own game event within the game event. So, because there's always games that I really want to play this, but I just can't get people to come and play. This is a perfect opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. I
Nice.
can probably maybe show you what it looks like. Why don't we? I wonder if I can log in here, and I wasn't prepared for that, but I might be able to do that.
Impromptu
If I
sideshow.
log in, yeah, I can. Okay, so let me move this over to there and share my screen, just like I did before. Okay. So this is your dash where you can see my name up here. So this is as a guest, as a badge holder. So when you get your badge, this is what as soon as you log in, this is what you'll see. This is the dashboard. And
Okay.
it starts with the lobbies. So there's all these different lobbies that you can just click on and explore. There's not a lot of content in here yet. This is kind of just the base until we get everything loaded. But what's really cool is the schedule. Oh, I need to be over here. I'm trying to click on the window in the window. Okay, so this is the schedule. And you'll scroll down and you can filter by day at the top here, but you can see there's already games posted here. So someone has already sat down like this, Ark Nova Marine Worlds expansion, 10 a.m. on Friday. So when you click on that, it's got a description that I've loaded in there because the host for this is Tabletop YYC. And then you just go in here and you just take a seat.
Okay.
It's the empty seat. And then there's a chat window there. You can
Oh,
chat
that's
with
cool.
people. And if you want to submit your own, it's down here, submit event. And it's pretty self-explanatory as you walk through. So we have 3 different areas.
So cool.
So open gaming, what game do you want? And this is tied into BGG. So let's say you wanted to do distilled. It kind of filters it down for you. Click the game. Already populates it, especially if it's on BGG. So the image will be there. You can go to BGG and copy the description in there or type whatever description you want. You can... certain age groups, if you want to keep it older, or if you want to make it family friendly, all welcome, learning games, some teaching, experienced only, teacher wanted.
That's kind of cool though, because like if you're going to be playing a game that's a little bit more involved, like Ark Nova, for example. When I played Ark Nova at the last convention I went to, it was an hour teach. So if you want to be like, I want to play Ark Nova, but please know how to play because we don't have an hour to learn. Let's just play. That's kind of a neat feature, honestly.
Yep.
Huh, I'm so impressed.
And in here, so you put your total seats. If it's a Ultimate Werewolf, you can put in 50 seats here. And then this is where you block seats, or if you're attending, you can block the seats off. Time of day, and then down here, location.
So you could be like, if you and a friend are playing, but you're looking for 2 more.
Yeah,
exactly. I see. Oh,
and it'll show up in that browse. So it'll show up here, and then you just everyone will see this, and they can see the available seats. And you don't need approval. You just submit it and create it, and it's in there automatically. So it's not waiting for approval from anybody. Yeah. Yeah,
that's cool. Because often I personally go to convention on my own, and then I have like a very forceful friendship where I force myself on people. But this makes it so much easier if you're not as forceful as I am, I guess.
Exactly. And when I went to Dice Tower West in the spring, I wanted to play certain games, so I brought a bunch with me, and I just hosted a bunch, and every one of them succeeded. So people came. It was easy to get together, and you can chat. If a room was full, I just put in the chat window and changed the venue, and everybody knew where to go because you get a text message on your phone. A game moved into this hall, and we're over there waiting for you. So it's pretty neat.
That's amazing, and it looks fairly user friendly. So I'm impressed. I'm so impressed.
Yeah, you can go through and browse the library. This is the library, and this is linked to BGG. You can track your own plays. You can find the play to wins will be loaded in here, the waiting lists, and there's lots of cool stuff in here. Yeah, so
that's amazing.
Check it out. Unfortunately, you can't navigate that until you get the badge, which is too bad because people can't explore it without.
Well, they can go on BGG and view your collection there anyways, right?
Yep.
Without accessing that. So if you're because what else would you really need to know? It's like, what games are available? Go on BGG. And then if you find it's like, wow, this is an amazing collection because I've seen your collection. It's an amazing collection. Just
Thank you.
Just buy your badge. Too bad you
we try to get upgraded components and Kickstarters that are deluxeified and. Yeah, we imported some games recently from Brazil. Obama Video Game was the most recent one we imported from Brazil. It's a lot of fun. Played it at Falcon. It was a bunch of times. It was a lot of fun.
Well, I've been seeing the different posts that you share of these new games arriving. So, very exciting.
I have a hard time keeping up with it too because we get games all the time. So I got to get better with that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to post some collages of games. Hey, did you know we had this that came earlier this year? And people don't necessarily know, but yeah, you'll see a flood of images of games from the library over the next 2 months.
Well, because it's nice to see. It's like, oh, I didn't realize that. Oh, because some games they just fly by. They don't make it on your radar sometimes. But this is just a great event to kind of come across these games that you may not otherwise get the chance to.
Well, especially the hot games area where it's already set up, ready to go, and we'll have teachers there to teach those games.
Perfect.
So, games like World Wonders.
Perfect.
Last Light. Oh, Last Light's fun. You gotta play that game. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, well, it's amazing. Because you had it all set up. I can't believe the components on there. That is insane. All those orbs and the... Wow. Yeah, that's a good looking game.
Yeah. And what's good too is Tabletop YYC will be there. So if you like a game from the library, you could probably pre-order it. Yeah.
There you go. Right.
Yeah.
And it makes sense. Some people, it makes sense to test a game out, try it out, and then buy it for yourself if you really enjoy it. Or there's people like me that just buy blind and then hope for the best.
Yeah. Well, it's good. Alberta has a good resale market, so if you do have spend money on a game, you can usually get most of it back.
Do.
Yeah. Which
Yeah,
actually,
for sure.
Falcon's got a event this weekend, Saturday, 10 to 12 at the Sunalta
Yes, the
Community
flea market.
Center. Yeah, the flea market.
Oh my god, and I have no self-control, so I'm scared. And then I don't sell. I have not figured out how to call my collection. So, yeah, I'm almost rivaling your collection, and this is just for me.
Just for you. Well, I made the decision when I got up to 300 games. I'm like, okay, that's a game a game a day for a year. Okay, I can't play any more than that. Obviously, that's crazy. And then I thought, well, what if I hosted conventions? Now I can feed my addiction.
There you go.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Gave me an excuse to buy a bunch more games.
There was selfish reasons behind Tabletop YYC.
Yeah.
That's amazing, though. That's very exciting. And then you're going to be on the Board Game Specialist podcast. That's going to air on the 9th of October, so we can kind of find out more about Tabletop YYC. Because this convention event is just one thing that you're involved with. Tabletop YYC does a lot more.
Yeah, we're trying to really grow the hobby, so bringing new people in from a lot of different avenues. So we're trying to start up leagues in schools. We want to do, we're doing hosted game nights for Organized Play Lorcana every week, Tuesday nights at the store. We have the store now, so it's half pets, half board games. So I've had the pet store since 2016, and we're splitting the store in half to do board games and hobbies, because the space is it doesn't need to be that big for a pet store, and I thought, well, why not have board games and puzzles there too? Because there's nowhere downtown other than Sentry Box that does board games, but they don't do puzzles. So we're half the store is going to be puzzles. I mean, really cool, and some toys as well.
Right.
So it's not just board games,
Nice.
but it's a great place to host the library too, because that was the thing. We it's not that I needed a place for the library, but we had the Patreon membership and people being able to access the library year round. They kept asking, well, where can I see it? Where can I go have a look? Like, okay, I need to find a solution here. Yes, so we're moving.
Right.
We've already moved the library to the store. It's not organized yet. Maybe by tomorrow night, I'm going to be staying late to try to organize it alphabetically for people. But that's another piece of news that's coming, is we are launching the app and website for the library. So it'll be hosted by bookable.com. You can go in there and reserve games for when you're traveling, to take them away for a week, or just pick up on the weekend and go to the store and borrow games from the library.
That's amazing. That's what's like, when I first heard of that blew me away, because not everybody, first of all, have the space to have a sizable game library like we do, or the money, because there's a lot of money involved into acquiring all these games. Yet they probably have the want just as much as we do. So I want to play all these games. I want to have access to all these games. This is an amazing service for that. I was just so impressed with the concept.
Yeah, it works great for us too. I mean, the goal is to grow the convention, grow the hobby with a large convention. So we want to get to the Shucks levels by next year. We want to be the largest in Canada within 5 years. And to do that, one way to do that was to offer the library year round to people, and just have people try games out. So we've got over 100 kids games, for instance. So we have families that have memberships and want to try kids games. So it's a nice casual way to enter the hobby, but your membership pays towards your convention ticket. Right, so at $5 a month, so $10 a month, all $10 goes towards your convention ticket. So if you're a member for 5 months, that's $50 towards your convention ticket price, and so then you're going to the convention more than likely. If you don't, then it rolls over to the next year. But it's a great way for us to get early numbers for the convention and book the hall, and then invest in events at the convention, like getting people like Sam Healey on board and Santa and Krampus and other things too, right? So it's a great synergy that way, and to grow the hobby too. So having the store was just a natural thing. The location is close to Century Box, unfortunately, but that's because where the pet store was, and my lease is there. So it's not, we're not trying to compete necessarily, but yeah, it's but downtown is growing exponentially, right? There's I think there's over 100,000 people that live within a couple square kilometers of downtown, and it's relatively underserved from a retail perspective, and just in general, like there's really no toy stores downtown other than in the core. Right. The grocery stores are at a minimum. It's a growth opportunity for sure. So we'll find our niche, and hopefully the community will support us.
That sounds amazing. And I love the idea, like you're saying, with the family and you have all these kids game, because your kids will outgrow the games, and then your family needs game wise will change as well, and then you don't have to purchase a whole new library. Because you wouldn't want to keep Candyland in there forever.
No. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, exactly.
Wonderful. Great concept. Love Tabletop YYC. I love your events because I've attended a few of them. I'm super excited for this November one. That's amazing. And I get to meet Sam Healey. Ah!
Yeah.
Okay. I'll try to stay composed and act cool.
We'll also need a small army of volunteers too. So if anybody watching knows people or want to volunteer, just email us at info@tabletopyc.com and we'll get you connected.
Yes, and honestly, you get so much out of volunteer at these type of events. It's a great way to meet the people in the community, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Perfect, wonderful. So, so excited for the news. Tabletop YYC is on November 17th to 19th, so be sure to get your tickets, and you can get that from the Facebook page or the website, which is at tabletopyyc.com. And then be sure to tune in at the Board Game Specialist podcast to watch our interview episode that we're going to be doing with Troy and find out more about what Tabletop YYC does. So thanks so much for tuning in. I hope everybody's as excited as I am. So bye, everybody.
Goodbye. Thanks for having me.